Good evening, folks. This is RZ from RZ Channel, Talking Thunder Basketball, Volume 2 of this season. And I just want to tell you that I'm sure you guys all enjoyed the first game against the Warriors. It was very interesting. Couple of things. Number one, I felt the fact that you had all their stars till the end. That tells you that they felt that they needed all their stars to beat our compromised team. Why do I call it compromised? Because we did not have any Russell Westbrook there. And on top of that, we were not playing our best basketball. If you really looked at the first couple of quarters, we had so many turnovers. I mean, I'm talking about stupid turnovers. I'm talking about where Paul George is giving the ball to Schroeder and he's not there, or things like that. Not the kind of turnovers which the Warriors were having. Warriors were actually having turnovers where they were turnovers. As for us, we were absolutely careless. Miscommunication kind of mistakes, really bad turnovers. So in my opinion, despite all that, the fact that we actually hung in there in the first half just spoke volumes. I was very, very optimistic. Now in the third quarter, we had PG and Schroeder come out on fire. It's not going to happen all the time, but I think that was a great way to show what our potential is. Despite all that, even towards the end in the fourth quarter, Thunder were down by 5, and then we had an open 3-point shot and missed it. If you really thought Patterson had a bad shooting night, hopefully he'll get better. He had like 2 or 3 open threes and he missed every one of them. So he shouldn't be missing them, but nevertheless it's one game, so who cares, right? And especially with the Warriors without Russell Westbrook. So I honestly think it's very, very promising. So the only thing was, what was the one thing you take home was Terrence Ferguson. He had a horrible night, 0 points after 27 minutes. Who should start? Will it be Terrence Ferguson, or should we start Abrines instead? So who should start in the shooting guard spot, or spot number 2? So bottom line is, I think since Andre Robertson is going to be gone for a couple of months, I'm sure Billy Donovan is going to be experimenting. My guess is Terrence Ferguson will still continue to start at least for the next game or two. Unless he continues to have such pathetic performances, then he might go back to the bench. And then Donovan will be faced with either starting Abrines or Diallo. And I thought Diallo played well, although he was initially had a little jitters, I would say, playing against the Warriors as a rookie. Understandable. I still think I'm very, very optimistic about Diallo, and I think he will do really, really well. I was a little shocked why our TLC person did not play, Luavo Cabarro, the guy from France, and I think he'll be a great addition. And also Nader did not play. So I anticipate these people to play probably in the next game against Clippers. It's so funny, with Russ going to play, I had already talked about it in my blog. I said Russ will not play the first couple of games. I think he will start at the home opener on 21st against the Sacramento Kings. But Doc Rivers thinks otherwise. Doc Rivers thinks that Russ will still start against the Clippers. I think Doc is, full of it. As he's one of those guys lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time, and let's see what he does. But supposedly Clippers had a great preseason. Let's see what happens. The Thunder play the Clippers tomorrow night at 9:30 Central Standard Time, so it'll be very interesting to see how that folds out. And I think Russell will not play, as I said, and I think Ferguson will still start. Now the latest news is Diallo's tweaked his ankle today in practice. So I don't think, I'm not quite sure. He's being young. I think he might still play, but definitely Diallo's not going to start. I also don't think Abrines is going to start. I still think Ferguson's going to start again. I still think we would have a pretty good chance of beating the Clippers, and I think we should beat them. It's not going to be, walkover. It's going to be a little bit of a hard-fought fight. I think PG and Schroeder should be enough, and with Grant chipping in. I was very happy with Grant's effort in the preseason. I didn't think he was I didn't feel he was that good, and I felt a little disappointed, but I think he stepped it up in the first game of the regular season. Patterson needs to shoot a little bit better, not just in preseason, but also in the regular season. So let's see. It should be an exciting and interesting game. Again, it's not a big deal. I feel we are more optimistic than ever before, especially without Russ playing so well. I cannot wait to see how Russ, PG, and Schroeder could combine and play, and might be a lethal combination. I can't wait for that, as I said. So again, cautiously optimistic. Thunder up. Go Thunder. So long, folks. Until next time, this is RZ from RZ Channel.